The next file is not a river landing. It is a land fortress, Chi Hoa, 1861.
Chi Hoa is built, layer by layer, so that an attacker must pay for every step forward.
No aircraft, only steam o' the river, guns on wheels, and a fortress of earth ahead.
The assault begins at range, with smoke, and with a map corrected in real time.
At Chi Hoa, the first enemy is the ground itself. Bamboo, ditches, and layers of earth.
Chi Hoa is not one wall. It is a system meant to survive the first strike and force the second.
When sight fails, organization becomes the weapon. Drums, gestures, and a line that does not break.
Not a grand breach, just a small weakness. In battles like this, a few meters can decide hours. A fortress of earth does not fail in one place. It rearranges and asks the attacker to do it again.
The fight slides inward, toward the second belt, where the fortress is meant to hold its shape. Chi Hoa is not a point on a map. It is a system built to slow time itself.
A breach is never finished. It is argued over, meter by meter, until one side runs out of time.
The second belt yields, not in a collapse, but in a moment of geometry, a gap wide enough to pass.
The defense does not vanish. It reforms, deeper, asking the attacker to solve the fortress again. The Dossier marks a turning point. The outer belts bend, and the battle moves to the last, deeper line.
The third belt is the final door. Higher earth, tighter lanes, and fewer mistakes allowed.
At night, artillery turns Earth into a moving surface, measured by dust, not by drama.
At the last belt, every meter becomes a decision. Open or seal, widen or compress. When the final door opens, the fortress loses its center, and the defenders must choose what to save.
With Chi Hoa broken, the land around Gia Dinh changes. Routes that were closed begin to open. The Dossier's verdict, a fortress of earth was breached, and the campaign around Gia Dinh tilted on land. At dawn, the fortress is no longer a theory. It is a shape, changed, measured, and recorded.
After Chi Hoa, the campaign reads differently. Less ring, more road. Movement measured in corridors.
The file closes on a simple conclusion. The earthwork system was breached, and the ground around Gia Dinh shifted with it.
The verdict is written, stamped, and sent. Chi Hua's defenses have been breached, and the Dossier's language changes, from containment to movement. Roads reopen, and logistics follows.
After Chi Hoa, the next battlefield is paper. Maps, seals, and negotiations that follow the shifting ground. After the earthworks, the war travels as paper, sealed, carried, and filed by the river again. The battlefield becomes a table, where borders are drawn with ink, not footsteps. The file closes, but the story continues. What changed on the ground will echo in the next documents.